Okay. Should you get into the Sim Update 3 beta, and specifically the newest build? Um, I had some. All right. I wish that was an option to turn off. Anyway, I had some issues with the Sim Update 2 beta, in the sense that I had a lot of things that were bothering me about it. Um, but so I understand if you have some hangups on the Sim Update 3 beta, but dude, the newest sort of iteration of the Sim Update 3 beta is outrageous, man. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not somebody to sensationalize about different stuff and go bananas about something that doesn't really matter that much just for the sake of, making a video. But, dude, I'm telling you, I've never had the Sim 2020 or 24 run as good as it's running right now. It is running circles around everything else that I've ever had. And as you can see, we are in 1440 recording on my little 3060 Ti. It's a little baby boy now. Oh, the 50 series is out. You're still on the 3060. Wait away. Yes. And it is crushing it. Mind you, it's in 4K. You know what? Let's take a little peruse of our settings tab here, and I'll show you what I got going on. I'll give you some tips too, real quick. 4K, the 40th K, not the 31. I'm in the 4096 one, baby. DLSS on balanced, whereas before this recent update, I was in performance. And I've got my trees are on medium. Usually, let me put those back to high. Trees on high. Everything that I don't care about, I have chopped out. Everything that I do, I have, high. So one thing that I went through and did is I've taken out terrain shadows. You hardly notice it, and it does help a lot. Contact shadows low. All these little things that are nice to have, I take them out because I really go through and flip them off and back on, and then look at like the sim like or back and forth. So many things you won't notice. So trim the fat is another thing. But I did that before this update, and I was not getting this performance. But anyway, here's a look at my settings. A big one for me on my 3060 Ti with my little 8 gigabytes of VRAM is texture resolution sitting on medium. That's big for me. When you're in 4K, and I get we're in DLSS, but still, medium texture resolution, high clouds, high trees, the things that matter the most, that's a big stinking deal, dude. And I have an announcement to make, and that is, if you followed my channel, you'll know I have not been able to run the Phoenix to save my life in 24 at all since its inception. I am running the Phoenix flawlessly. I turned the trees down, and that's about it. I think I may go to performance, depending on what airport I'm at, but still, it would clog my system up before. Like, it would not let me run it at all. So now I can run the Phoenix, and I'm sitting just like I am here. 78 to 80% usage on the GPU. Normally locked at 60 without fault, but since I'm recording in 1440, it's going to take a little hit. And my CPU is always very low. Temperatures are always very low. I have a little $30 Amazon CPU cooler, air cooled, and it does a wonderful job. I've got a Ryzen 5 5600, so I don't think it's really going, turbo mode on, compared to some other people's fancy CPUs. But anyway, they have refined this simulator. Like, if it were this way when a release was here, people would be so completely bamboozled at the performance that this had, and it would be the best game that's ever existed in the world. But I feel so, and I understand the anger, rightfully so, on release. Yeah, I get it, blah, 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 blah. It's expensive, and it was broken, but at least we have it where it's at now. And this is the most, get gear down here. Love this little guy. This is the most improvement I've ever seen in any update of any sim ever. And I'm not just saying that, dude. I don't know if it's addressed the VRAM, but because my memory seems to sit around the same as it did before, but it's just so polished. And I didn't want to make a video too soon because there's times that I'll delete the Phoenix or I'll uninstall it and then I'll reinstall it and it works wonderful, you know? And then I go back and I do another flight the next day or later that day and it's poo-poo, pee my pants garbage again the same day. And I'm like, what is it, dude? So I was like, whatever. But I didn't want to do anything too soon. Oh boy. Sorry, my rudders are too sensitive. I didn't want to say anything too soon on this beta build because I didn't want to just add to some fake hype that wasn't there. This beta build is revolutionary. I'm telling you. I don't think I've ever, well, I know I'm me, so I can just refer to the old me and verify this. I've never regarded a beta build as being as good as this. And we're in Sim Update 3, dude. Like, just think of a year and a half from now, what performance is going to be like. I had no idea 24 was going to get to the point where it's going to retroactively go back and get better for people with terrible hardware. I'm not saying I have terrible hardware, but if I did, this is, you know, I don't know, man. It's just getting to a point where it's unreal. And I'm so happy with this performance. And I understand the anger with 24. I get it, trust me. But at the same time, you can't ignore the optimization. Let me land this. Oh, we're floating. We're very fast. Alright. I can't find the right rudder sensitivity. It's ridiculous. Anyway. And I also have traffic on here at a payware add-on. This is Page Municipal, I believe it's called. I forgot what I was saying when I was landing, but dude, I am just absolutely blown away. Blown away. It's blown my socks off. And every time I've hopped in the sim, I've had to get a new pair of socks each time. Because, you know, when sometimes your PC just is feeling itself, if that makes sense. Your PC just has a really good day. Let's go ahead and take off. There's nothing to see over here. Where like it runs great, everything's smooth, you have a great experience, and then the next day it's back to normal and you're kind of back to, it's like going on vacation. You get back to work and you're like, right. That day has not ended for me. We rotated way too early. And I'm confident enough to finally make a video about it and let you know, like, if you're not in the beta, please at least try it. I've been in, I think, every beta at this point, minus, I think, well, no, I've been in every beta, and I've snapped in and out of the beta probably 15 times throughout that period. I'm not even joking. And for me, and it could be different for someone else, maybe on Steam it's different, I don't know, but I've been able to just flop back and forth with absolutely no issue. No loss of content from my community folder, no issues with bindings, nothing. Just, it's like, oh, you want to leave? Okay, that's fine. And then I'll see a video that entices me to get back into the beta. I'm like, all right, well, let me go give it a shot. So I've joined and unjoined, specifically Sim Update 2 beta, probably 11 times, and I've had no issues. But if you're hesitant on this Update 3 beta, please do not be. You will be blown away by the performance. The one thing with the Phoenix is I still can't record, at least on the ground with all the stuff around, and you know how it is. But when I'm not recording, I'm sitting just like this in the Phoenix, in the 321, 80 at the most, kissing 90% usage, and 60 FPS at the gate, which is crazy, and I'm so happy that I've been able to do that. Let's just try to land in this field right here. That'd be fun. But dude, I'm telling you, you will not regret it joining the 3 beta. I have found, because in the Sim Update 2 beta, there were some planes that specifically, mostly, but not limited to, 2020 planes that, I just moved over to the community, that had issues with the beta, like they didn't want to act right, didn't want to load up, yada yada. I'm experiencing, I think I got a spot picked out. I'm experiencing none of that yet. Not to say that doesn't exist, I'm sure it does, but at least as of right now, it's not existing. Is that supposed to be dirt or ice? I don't know what the temperature is. I'm too lazy to, I guess I'm looking at a thermometer. Fahrenheit's on the outside? No, it is not. It's like almost 100 degrees. That's widowy like an oven. That's pretty hot. We're just gonna pretend we got an engine failure here, boys. Let's go ahead and chop the mixture while we're at it, honestly. Don't know the best glide speed, but we're close enough I don't have to worry about it. But dude, it's so nice to hop into the sim and be able to have a full library of planes that I've paid for that I don't have to worry about performance on. That's never been the case. This could be a greaser. Ooh. Thanks FS Realistic for the tire screech on dirt. It's really freaking realistic. But yeah, dude. Look at that. You know what I want to do? I'm kind of tired. I could probably do a nap right now. What do we? We'll get Parallel 42's camp out. Throw a tent right here. And I think we can call it quits for the night. Let's power everything off. Not the correct way at all, but that's okay. Park brake. Close this out. Turn the controller on. And let's go ahead. Let's go to bed. You know what I mean? Flap's still out. Who cares? A woman in the cockpit. Who cares? Who knows who that is? I don't know. Oh, good night. No, but I'm serious, dude. 2024 is at the point now where it's just so fun. And it's so little is put towards my performance. I'm to the point where I'm about to get rid of having this in the corner at all times, which I've always had. Because I'm at the point where I don't have to worry about it anymore, which is weird. So, go get the new beta. You're going to have a blast. You're going to have... you're going to be very surprised. If you haven't tried it yet, go try it. If not, you probably will not have any issue swapping back to the normal, regular build. So, I don't know what you're waiting for, but go do it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. That would literally make me so happy if you literally just would take the time to subscribe. I'm assuming most people are gone by now, but one thing I've noticed that drives me insane is any kind of YouTube videos, the people mentioning their analytics and telling you the percentage of people that watch that haven't subscribed, and it's like they are insulted that you would stop by and not subscribe. That drives me crazy. Hey guys, please hit that subscribe button. I see 73% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so we need to change that. Go F yourself, dude. A subscription is personal, alright? I'm not just going to hand it out to you because a number says that I haven't yet. Go F-word yourself. But anyway, 68% of you guys have actually not... No, I'm just kidding. Bye.